Welcome to today's numeracy lesson. It's an exciting one today. I think it will make your mouth water. For today, you're going to make and use arrays. It's our introduction to arrays, so don't worry about it. It's something new for us. It's something new for me. We're going to understand rows and columns. Now, I think you already understand rows and columns because we have looked at this vocabulary before. I need you to make sure you do today. Resources you will need today will be counters, paper, pencil and items to group. Vocabulary that you are going to learn today: equal, group, row, array, column. You already know some of that vocabulary. Array is the new one. Shopping out. I had my shopping delivered yesterday and let's count in twos until you get to 20. Count in fives until you get to 20. And can you count in threes and get to 20? Be careful, I might be tricking you. Just a hint there. Okay, how did you get on? Did you pause the video and do it? I hope you did. Counting in twos: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Oh, did I need to go to 22? No, just 20. Counting twos till I get to 20 was my question. You could have used counters. You could have just drawn little things. You could have just used your fingers. You could have used some sweets, anything you want to. Counting fives until you get to 20. I'm going to carry on using Numicon. 5, 10, 15, 20. There we go. Can you count in threes and get to 20? What did you get? Oh, some of you did. No, you didn't. Okay, shall we check together and see whether we can? I'm not going to tell you the answer. Let's discover it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Oh, 21. That's more than 20. If I take that last 3 off, I've only got 18. So can I count in threes and get to 20? No, I can't, can I? Can I prove this? Let's check. Right, my twos counting got me to 20, as did my fives. Oh no, it didn't, did it? I can't count in threes and get to 20, and I've just proved with my Numicon that I can't do that. Well done. Right, arrays have rows and columns. I've got some boxes of jam tarts, chocolates and some donuts. I had a very good shopping delivery yesterday, didn't I? Let's have a look where the rows are. Rows go from left to right or right to left. They go across. Across, across. So I've got 2 rows of jam tarts. I've got 4 rows of chocolates. And I've got 4 rows of donuts. Columns. Columns go from top to bottom or bottom to top. They go up and down. Let's have a look. I've got 3 columns of jam tarts. I've got 5 columns of chocolates. And I've got 3 columns of donuts. I don't know which ones I want to start eating first, do you? You want the donuts, do you? Oh, maybe later. Okay, let's carry on with our work for now. Okay then, let's have a look at these windows. We're going to have a look how many columns are in these arrays. When we have a group of things like this, we can call it an array. Let's have a look at the first one. How many columns? Oh, did the columns go that way or that way? Oh, thank you. Top to bottom. Thank you. Thank you. I nearly forgot then, didn't I? So how many columns there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 columns. What about the next one? How many columns are in this one? It's been turned the other way, hasn't it? Columns. 1, 2. There are 2 columns. Well done, I think you saw that straight away. How many rows are in these arrays? How many rows? Rows go that way, across, don't they? From side to side. 1, 2. There are 2 rows. That was easy. Rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 rows. This one says, how many windows? Am I going to count them by going 1, 2, 3? Oh, I'd be here all day, wouldn't I? That's why we're learning about arrays. Let's see how many rows we've got. We've got 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many windows are in each row? Which is exactly the same as saying how many columns, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 windows in each row. There are 5 columns. That hasn't told me how many windows there are. How am I going to work that one out? Okay. Yeah, I could count how many are in each row. 1. How many rows there are? 1, 2. Oh, no, there's not 1 in each row. There's 5 in each row, so I could count in 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. Will it be different if I count the columns? The columns are in 4s, aren't they? So it's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Still the same. There are 20 windows altogether. How many shells? Pause the video here. See if you can work it out. How did you do? Let's see how many rows there are first. 1, 2, 3. 3 rows. How many shells are in each row? So how many columns are there? 3. Oh dear, we've got a 3 and a 3. Oh, do I do double 3 then? Well, double 3 give me my answer. 3 add 3 is 6. No, it doesn't, does it? I've got 3, lots of 3. I've got 3 groups of 3. So altogether, how are you doing with your counting in 3s? Shall we give it a go? 3, 6, 9. There are 9 shells altogether. Right, I can. Okay then, it's your turn now. You need to pause the video here while you have a go at these questions. So you'll need some counters, your pencil and paper. Number 1, circle each row of sweets. Now, you can't circle it on here, so what I want you to do is draw the rows of sweets on your paper and then circle them. So you're going to copy these questions to your paper. How many rows are there? And I would like you to answer your question in a full sentence. There are how many rows? Thank you. Just like I've written it in a sentence all the time, that's what I would like you to do. So you're copying everything off this sheet. Circle each column of apples. So you're going to have to draw all of the apples, or even just use little dots. You could draw apples if you want to draw apples. How many columns are there? You will need to draw a circle around each of your, an oval around each of your columns. And then write the sentence. There are how many columns? You can copy those words off this sheet here. Number 3, make this array. You need to copy that array onto your paper. You can use any colour you want to, just a normal pencil if you want to. Draw those circles and then complete the sentences. So you're going to have to write the sentences out. Remember, I need to read them as well. There are How many counters in each row? There are how many rows? There are how many counters altogether? And B, there are how many counters in each column? There are how many columns? And there are how many counters altogether? That's really easy, isn't it? Maybe you need to go back to the video, recap it, so that you understand what the questions mean. And then you can make your own array and tell me how many rows there are and how many columns there are. Do you know what would be really nice? If you made that with counters and then sent me the photo. Pause the video. Pause it here. Don't go any further. Rewind, look at the questions, answer your questions, and then you can move on to the answers. Let's see what the answers are then. Okay, you should have circled each row of sweets. How many rows were there? 3 rows. Well done. You should have circled each column of apples. There are 4 columns. Did you draw the array or did you use your counters? It's up to you. I didn't mind which way you did it. There are 5 counters in each row. You could have used cream eggs if you'd got cream eggs, couldn't you? There are 2 rows. There are 10 counters altogether. There are 2 counters in each column and there are 5 columns. There are 10 counters altogether. You'll all have different answers for the final part of the question, and I can't wait to see your photos to show me what you did. Your success criteria was to understand rows and columns. Do you think you did? Did you make and use arrays? Did you draw your own arrays and then count how many rows and how many columns? If you did, you can draw yourself a big smiley face on your work. And I love seeing your work. Lots of ways of sharing it. WhatsApp, an email, send us a photo, or the new postbox. So pop it through the postbox when you go for a walk. Take care of yourselves, stay safe. Don't forget to visit TT Rockstars and Purple Mash to practice your numeracy work. And I'll speak to you again next time. Bye-bye.